You've changed your spark plugs, you've swapped the ignition coils, but that rough idle and sluggish acceleration, it's still there. Most people think it's a major mechanical failure, but 90% of the time, it's just one of 5 tiny sensors lying to your car's computer. Today, I'm breaking down the top 5 failing sensors that cause these exact problems. Stay until the end, because the first sensor on this list is the most overlooked part in the entire engine, and it can actually kill your engine while you're driving. Let's dive in. Sensor number 5, engine coolant temperature sensor. At number 5, we have the engine coolant temperature sensor, or ECT sensor. You might think it's just for your temperature gauge, but this little sensor feeds crucial data to the ECU about whether your engine is cold or hot, so it can adjust the fuel mixture correctly. When it fails, the ECU thinks the engine is permanently cold, so it keeps dumping extra fuel into the cylinders. The result? A rough, shaky idle, especially when the engine is actually warm. You might also notice black smoke from the exhaust and terrible fuel economy. The telltale sign? The problem gets worse as the engine warms up, which is the opposite of normal. How to fix it? First, scan for trouble codes. You're looking for P0115 through P0119. The sensor is usually located near the thermostat housing on the engine block. This is one of the easiest sensors to replace yourself. Let the engine cool completely, drain a bit of coolant, unplug the connector, unscrew the old sensor, and thread in the new one. Parts cost just $15 to $40, and the job takes about 15 minutes. Just remember to refill your coolant and burp any air pockets from the system afterward. But here's where it gets interesting. A failing coolant sensor can actually mask the symptoms of our number 4 sensor. Sensor number 4. Throttle position sensor. Number 4 is the throttle position sensor, or TPS. Think of it as your engine's translator. It tells the ECU exactly how far you're pressing the gas pedal, so it can deliver the right amount of fuel to match the incoming air. When the TPS starts failing, you get that classic hesitation or stumble when you accelerate, like the engine doesn't know what you're asking for. You might also experience sudden jerking, stalling when coming to a stop, or random revving at idle. A bad TPS can trigger your check engine light with codes like P0120 or P0220. But even without a code, you'll feel it every time you accelerate. How to fix it? The TPS is mounted directly on the throttle body, held by 2 or 3 bolts. First, confirm the diagnosis by checking the sensor's voltage with a multimeter while moving the throttle. It should sweep smoothly from about 0.5 to 4.5 volts. If it jumps or flatlines, it's toast. To replace it, disconnect the battery, unplug the connector, remove the bolts, and swap in the new sensor. Parts cost $30 to $80. Some cars require a TPS relearn procedure afterward, so use a scan tool or check your manual. A failing throttle position sensor will ruin your driving experience, but wait until you see what's next, something that can make your car completely undrivable. Sensor number 3, mass airflow sensor. Number 3 is the mass airflow sensor, or MAF sensor, and this one's a big deal. It sits right in your air intake and measures the exact amount of air entering your engine. The ECU uses this data to calculate the perfect fuel-to-air ratio. When it gets dirty or fails, all bets are off. You'll experience rough idle, poor acceleration, and here's the strange part. Sometimes your car actually runs better with the sensor unplugged because the ECU switches to a backup mode. Other common symptoms include stalling right after starting, difficulty starting, and hesitation during acceleration. These sensors are very delicate, so using the wrong cleaner can damage them. How to fix it? Try cleaning it first. Locate the MAF sensor in the air intake tube between the air filter and throttle body. Remove it carefully, usually just 2 screws or clamps. Only use MAF sensor cleaner spray, never brake cleaner or carb cleaner. Spray the wire or film element from about 6 inches away, let it dry for 10 minutes, and reinstall. This fixes the problem about 60% of the time. If cleaning doesn't work, replacement costs $50 to $300. The job takes about 10 minutes. Unplug the connector, remove the clamps, and swap it out. If you want to learn more about the MAF sensor, watch the How to Clean Mass Airflow Sensor, MAF, in 10 minutes video on our channel. If you think a bad MAF sensor is frustrating, wait until you hear about number 2, because this one affects every single cylinder. Sensor number 2, oxygen sensor. Coming in at number 2, we have the oxygen sensor, specifically the upstream O2 sensors. Your car has multiple oxygen sensors, but the ones before the catalytic converter are critical for engine performance. These sensors monitor exhaust gases and tell the ECU whether the fuel mixture is too rich or too lean. When they fail, your engine computer is flying blind, just guessing at the fuel mixture. The result? Rough idle, sluggish acceleration, and terrible fuel economy. You might notice the engine surging at steady speeds, constantly hunting for the right mixture. Here's what most people don't know. O2 sensors don't always trigger a check engine light immediately. They can become lazy and respond slowly, causing these symptoms without throwing a code. How to fix it? Check your trouble codes to identify which sensor is failing. Bank 1, sensor 1, means the upstream sensor on the side with cylinder number 1. Use an O2 sensor socket when the engine is warm. Apply penetrating oil, let it soak, unplug the connector, and unscrew the sensor. Parts cost $40 to $150. Takes about 30 minutes. If this helped you learn something new, take these few seconds to subscribe to Motor Minds. It really helps us bring you videos like this every week. Now, let's get back into the video. Every sensor we've covered is important, but if I had to bet on which one is causing your rough idle, I'd put it all on number 1. Sensor number 1, idle air control valve, or sensor. The number 1 culprit is the idle air control valve, also called the IAC valve or idle air control sensor on newer cars. This one takes the crown because it is specifically designed to control your idle speed. So when it fails, a rough idle is almost guaranteed. The IAC valve controls a small amount of air that bypasses the throttle plate when your foot is off the gas. The ECU adjusts this airflow to maintain a steady idle, compensating for loads like AC or power steering. When it fails or gets clogged with carbon deposits, you get a rough or bouncing idle, stalling when coming to a stop, idle speed that's too high or too low, or an engine that won't idle at all without giving it gas. The dead giveaway? The idle is unstable, but once you get above 1,500 revolutions per minute, the car runs perfectly fine because the IAC valve only controls idle, nothing else. How to fix it? Start with cleaning. This works 70% of the time and costs almost nothing. Remove the IAC valve, spray it with throttle body cleaner, focusing on the pintle and air passages. Let it dry and reinstall. If that doesn't work, replacement costs $50 to $200. Afterward, perform an idle relearn procedure using a scan tool or by driving through several idle cycles. So there you have it, the top 5 sensors that cause rough idle and poor acceleration. If you're experiencing these symptoms, start by getting your car scanned for trouble codes. Even if there's no check engine light, many auto parts stores will scan it for free. Start with the most common culprit. Check that IAC valve first, especially if the problem is mainly at idle. Then work your way through the O2 sensors, MAF sensor, and so on. Now, here's my question for you. Which sensor have you dealt with? Drop a comment below and let me know your experience. And if this video helped you diagnose your car problem, smash that like button and subscribe for more no-nonsense car repair advice. I'll see you in the next one.